Hey guys, welcome back to 6 Mile Outdoors. I'm Bobby Harris. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. You caught me kind of in the middle of getting things prepped for some more Cerakote. Still working on the 835 turkey gun, but I'm making a lot of headway. You know, I'm right at the point of doing a little bit of finished Cerakoting, and then we're going to put this thing back together. I kind of looked at things and I thought, you know, I was ready to put it back together the way it was, but then I thought, you know, some of these other components that need to go back in it really could use a little brushing up as well. So I've been kind of going over these here. So you can see I've kind of worked over the trigger group a little bit, and it's kind of a plastic housing. So I went ahead and sanded it down and kind of got it ready. I'm getting ready to wipe everything down with naphtha and a little bit of acetone just to clean it out one last time before I go to Cerakote. But you know, I've got things like the bolt and other things that are prepped and ready to go. And so especially this bottom shell extractor and things like that, I've got to get that ready. And I'm a little undecided. I'm trying to decide here, do I go with an OD green on these components? I mean, the bolt's going to show through here, so do I do that? Or do I just go back with a standard graphite black? Haven't made up my mind yet, so I think I'm going to let it be a surprise. So when I get this gun back together, you'll know at that point, of course, what I decided and what I went with. But hey, I wanted to show you this. I'm really excited about this. Look how the Hydrodip came out. It came out looking really, really well. This is why I wanted to put the gun back together before I did the Hydrodip, so that transitions like this from the stock to the receiver, you wouldn't see, you know, a different pattern, you know, on the gun. And so that worked out real well. And of course, I went ahead and I Cerakoted the bottom portion of the gun, because that's where a lot of the wear action is as you're trying to load shells in, things like that. So I didn't put any Hydrodip on the bottom, and I did the tube here in OD green Cerakote as well. Now check out the barrel. It came out real well. I'm real pleased with how that turned out. I've got the choke back in it. Choke is Cerakote, and so the barrel and choke are together. I've still got to put the bead sights back on, a number of things, you know, that have to be done. I may buy a new bead sight for the front. I kind of messed that one up taking it out, but the rear one here is just the alignment sight, so it's the small brass pin, and I've got to get all that back together. The forearm came out great. Once again, Cerakoted parts on the inside of this forearm, all the metal components, the nut here and all that, the plastic foregrip. It's been, of course, Hydrodipped. So all that's ready. Things are looking good, and I'm getting ready to put some either graphite black Cerakote on all of these parts, or I'm going to go with OD green. Haven't made up my mind. I could always go with a Patriot brown just to kind of add a little different contrast. Who knows? So I'm kind of up in the air about what color I'm going to go back with these. Kind of leaning towards black a little bit, but you know, it could be any of those. So we'll see. Now, stick with us, because I've got a couple more projects that are happening here. And look here, I got a surprise that came in. Look what showed up. We've got the Vortex Viper HS scope that came in for the Forever gun build. Now, I told you on the Forever gun build that, you know, the scope that was on it probably wouldn't stay. I was up in the air about what scope to get, and I'll be danged, this one went on sale. So that was a no-brainer to go with the Vortex. So I've got the Vortex Viper. I'm ready to put it on. I think whenever I get done, you know, I'll probably shoot a video of just putting it on, setting it up, and leveling the crosshairs, getting all of that right. And then more than likely what I'm going to do is finish getting my load development done for that particular gun. Then at that point, I may send off to Kenton Industries and just get a custom-made turret to go on top for elevation. So I've got a way to just dial it straight to the yardage I need. So anyway, just things I'm thinking about, things that are happening in the background. I've got my son's 270 here. You can see it up on the Tipton gun vise. I'm actually putting a new scope on it, and kind of ran into a little bit of an issue here. The rings are too far apart, so what I'm going to have to do is probably order a Picatinny rail to go on that, just to take care of that, or a set of offset rings. A Picatinny rail would probably be the best option. Then I can use any rings I want and kind of adjust them however I want to. So Anyway, just giving you a little update, a little rundown on where we're at and what's going on. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. There's a lot of things that are happening in the background here. I'm building a new Hydrodip tank, so you may want to stick around and see that as well. And I don't know if I'm going to go through the process of what I'm going to do to build it, but I will show you the finished product when I'm done. But I'm trying to make one a little bit larger, so some of the longer guns and things like that will be a little easier to dip. So you've got room to work around them, you've got extra area and things like that. So anyway, hey, stay tuned. I'm glad you guys are with me. And if you like what's going on, please subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll get notifications on things that are coming up. But hey, don't go too far. We're getting ready to put this gun back together. Thanks, guys. God bless.